Welcome to the GoPro road trip with Tourism Ireland. I'm here with an awesome group. Woo! And we're traveling all throughout Ireland this week. It's going to be insane. Check out some of these highlights. We wanna go.
Welcome to one of the most beautiful places in all of Ireland.
My trip begins here in Dublin, where I've been walking the cobblestone streets waiting for the other GoPro creators to arrive from around the world. And if you know me, you know that I love some fun facts. Here's my top 3 about Dublin. There's over 750 pubs in Dublin, and specifically in this Temple Bar area, there's about 25 of them, and this place becomes super alive at night. A third of the population is 25 years or younger, and half is under 35. A big part of this is the fact that Dublin is a major tech hub in all of Europe, and you really feel the vibrancy with this younger population. And number 3 is that buildings can't be more than 5 floors. For me personally, I get overwhelmed in really big cities, and this feels like it makes the city breathe a little bit more, with the exception of the Dock District. One big thing that I noticed, this might have been a contributing factor to why the city was actually so quiet. Most major cities are crazy loud, and this one has just been really enjoyable. I'm very pleasantly surprised with how much I like Dublin. It's just a really nice, inviting city with lots of great places to grab a pint. And this is the Brazen Head, and it is the oldest bar in all of Ireland. Started in 1198. I can't even imagine the amount of people that have had drinks here.
Couldn't think of a better place to have a first beer in Ireland.
After exploring the streets of Dublin for a day and a half and walking 22 miles, it was finally time for oysters and a pint. Because everyone finally got here. We are officially starting our road trip across the country. We're going from Dublin to Galway, and it's going to take about 3 hours, so we're going to try some Irish lads.
Look at this guy, how cute he is. Potato. You know what? I feel really good about him. They kind of taste less like a potato chip and almost like a Pringle. They don't have a Pringle texture, but they have like the cheesy Pringle taste.
We're going to Inishmore on the Aran Islands now on this 8-minute plane ride to Western Ireland.
Here in Inishmore, the population is about 800 full-time residents, and that swells to about twice that in the summertime, about 1600.
I've learned something really interesting on our tour about all of these walls that you see everywhere. They used to divide property, but number 2, it's quite windy here, and there was actually no proper soil after the Ice Age. They would mix sand and seaweed and turn it into farmable soil. Check out the wormhole. This natural crazy rectangle carved out of limestone. And Red Bull's even done insane cliff diving here. And this is terrifying being up here on this edge. It gives you that sinking feeling in your stomach. We're in the Sunda Keel, the silent sound, and these cliffs are pretty insane. With rainbows forming when the waves cause spit right below us, and the boys are out here getting the craziest FPV shots.
This spot is craic on 90. Craic is 90, and that means that the fun is 90. We've never seen 100. We're still waiting to see that.
Ireland is full of slang words, and the most confusing but favorite of everyone is craic.
Craic, fun, but it means it's like energy. It's almost ethereal. It's like in a pub when everybody's singing and you can hear the Guinness going shh in the background.
I just say it's banter. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's the energy. He went spiritual. I was like, wow, you're going on a whole journey here.
Oh, there was mighty craic last night in the pub.
After a great day on the Aran Islands, now we're going to catch a scenic flight on the way back. That's 30 minutes. And Susie was up with the pilot and got some really cool shots.
I have no idea why I'm up here, but I'm up here. Brendan and I are gonna fly this plane together.
I am blown away by the views here. The sea cliffs were incredible. The color of the water, clear blue and white sand beaches that I was not expecting when I came here. Side of the road pit stop. Look at the waterfall and the sheep. Patty is getting all the epic FPV shots for us right now.
And the sheep are just so chill. Ooh, these flowers and plants are nutty. And it's just beautiful.
Side of the road finds are endless here. These views are insane. All the sheep, all the views, the fjords, the sun setting at like 9:30 in May, which is insane. It's like 7 o'clock right now. Look how high the sun still is. So clutch.
Hey guys, we're at the island of Ireland. They said it was gonna rain, but the liars, look at this.
We just got a BigStyle lodge. This is seriously such a cute surf lodge with games and pizzas and hot tubs and a beautiful view. As a surfer, this is my dream come true, and I'm so happy to be here right now. Absolutely insane.
Feeling good, first time. Feeling good.
What's crazy is this is St. Patrick Mountain where he banished snakes. We're here with the owner, Chris. He's gonna break down the spot for us.
This is Cross Beach in Killeen, County Mayo. It's a well-known sort of beach break and beginner spot. Shifty peaks, there's no points or anything necessarily, but on a medium swell with a nice offshore breeze, it's a gorgeous spot.
This is so epic. I'm so psyched. And seriously, this beach is massive and it's empty. Oh, non-existent where I live in Honolulu. Oh my god, that was so much fun. Surfing alone with our group is unreal.
I cannot believe I'm surfing in Ireland right now. This is crazy. And this is so much fun. And I was like riding the wave. At one point I was trying to like walk on it and then I completely ate shit, but it's fine. I don't know if it's just like today, the energy, but this is so much fun.
And if you're wondering, my hands did get a little bit cold, but everything else is hot. Like, I am a heater boss right now. Feet are super warm and some booties, 543 wetsuit. The big part of that is because the Atlantic stream keeps the water warm and makes the surfing experience so much better here.
Spent a lot of time in the ocean scuba diving, but first time surfing. I get it now. It's incredible.
It's beautiful, it's majestic, it's quiet, the birds are chirping, there's sheep in the distance, these mountains are incredible. Wow, Ireland, you are amazing. And this is only like day 2. The surf was crazy, but now we are at Ashford Castle. Ashford Castle is a medieval fortress turned luxury hotel in Port Mayo, Ireland, and it dates back to 1228. This is wild. We're here enjoying afternoon tea, which this is actually my first time doing afternoon tea. Originally it was only for ladies and men could not join, but now it's a celebration of the history of the castle. Enjoy little wins and events in life.
It's like a kombucha. You don't like it? Why did it like stick to your lip?
So we had tea, now we're gonna ride some horses. Oh! Getting our riding shoes and a nice helmet. Rocky, my horse, was an Irish cob and he has this little mustache, which is quite distinctive for his breed. But it gets shaved off when they're eating the grass a lot in the wild, which is pretty fun. Come on. Nope. Nope. Look at him munching on a snack. He's so happy with himself. We will have some fun facts that we learned on the tour, and that this was actually the Guinness family's hunting and fishing lodge, and a way for them to entertain guests to work their way up into high society by entertaining people like the King of England in the early 1900s. It's now a hotel with 82 rooms with exquisite bars. The King Charles V dining room is absolutely one of the classiest rooms I think I've ever been in. I love that decorating and the architecture. I feel like all those bougie places like Deer Valley and the country clubs in the US, they're based off of places like this.
It makes sense.
Also, this is day 3 of the trip, and
there's actually a bump of swell while we're here, so the rest of the group did a little tour in West Point, and we went north up to Bundoran, and we're gonna surf at the peak, which is essentially the most famous wave in all of Ireland.
And I think this might be a really good opportunity to show that Ireland is a destination wave spot.
We just pulled up, and it's really nice long lefts. I think when the sets come, this is gonna be insane. A little bit crowded. We're gonna see how I do out there with the GoPro in my mouth, but they're awesome.
That's right, let's go.
Can you zip this zip, please, sir? Short little body, big shoulders. It's pretty wild with this little amusement park behind us. Kind of reminds me of Santa Monica, like Venice Beach area. So Bundoran, the most famous wave in Ireland because it's the most consistent, because it hits from all these different swell directions, the left and the right, and it's right here in the town. It's the first time I'm gonna surf barefoot, and we're gonna see how it goes with some cold feet. But before we do anything, I've got to do a little rock scramble over the reef here because it's a pretty low tide. Just gonna take my time and be careful on the reef. It's gonna be interesting because it does dump off into some super shallow reef right here.
Just flew my first pack, and I was actually able to connect with Connor on his very first wave, so that's already a win. But this landscape is insane. I've never been on a beach like this with this much reef exposed, and it's a really cool wave. It's a really rippable wave, and this particular beach and Ireland itself experiences extremely high tides and extremely low tides. Tides here are insane. It's going from like a 10-foot to a 2-foot. I am standing on a reef that during high tide is actually underwater. So one of the things I have to look out for is the tide coming in. And as you can see, this water back here, that was empty when I first got here about an hour ago. And I'm just gonna move back a little bit.
Made it out. That was super fun. Wow.
So that's gonna do it for the session. Super lucrative time out here with Connor. Got a couple of his waves, got a couple other waves as well. And now we have to try and make our way back to the car. The tides come up and it's kind of created just water everywhere. And we gotta figure out how to get back. Look at this. All this was dry when we first came here. And now we gotta make it all the way over there, but somehow get past all this water. With all my gear and my shoes. My freaking Pelican weighs about 50 pounds. But all in all, very good time.
Check out this little pool that we're coming up on the way out. This is so sick. It's like Bondi Iceberg Pool in Australia, but I didn't know anything like this existed here. Surfing was insane. Now we drove 30 minutes south back down to Sligo, and this town is so cute. Look at this. We're gonna do a little food tour through Sligo starting here at Yallabon.
It's really cool because all the food that we're going to be trying today is from like within a 50-kilometer radius.
Unbelievable.
No, I haven't.
Check it out, Lough IPA.
I know, like,
Slancha.
That's proper. Ooh. All right, stop number 3. We're at a coffee house and we're gonna have some oysters. I know it's a contradiction, but oysters are rad, so we're going in. My man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Shaved oyster, but it tastes like this sauce with that.
Plain, cheesy, baked.
Oh my god, the cheesy oyster is probably the best oyster I've ever had in my entire life.
We're back to Hooked, and we're gonna do a wine tasting here.
We have some wine from Barcelona. We also are going to have some chocolate truffles and some cheese. Cheers. Oh my god. You can really taste the whiskey in that.
No, it's like strong. Yeah, it's a little spicy too.
Okay, so the boys cut the tour short because they are gonna go chase the most insane cliff sunset shots right now. Check them out.
Welcome to one of the most beautiful places in all of Ireland, the Dun Briste Sea Stack. Wow. Woohoo!
And then it's gonna be like,
But those of us that are not FPV drone pilots, we are continuing on our food tour.
We're going home stoked.
The boys are pumped! We're pumped! Woo!
Yeah, next up is a whiskey tour, and I'm not a big fan of whiskey, but I am excited to try and learn about whiskey.
Good morning. We had a proper night last night, and now we're having an unbelievable morning down in Ross's Point. We've got a sauna and a sea swim, and the joys of the sea swim, so you can go back into the sauna afterwards.
Well, Connor's like, it's a bit slippy on the way down, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh god.
That's amazing. Say that again. Oh, it's actually very cold. Oh my god. Oh, look at my breath. Oh my god, it's so cold. Wow, it felt good though. Wow, actually that feels amazing. Coming out of it feels insane.
The seaweed's really good for your skin, and it makes it really smooth, rejuvenates it, and then the warm water helps you relax and just recover. Looking forward to this after a few days of surfing.
All right, this is the Seaweed Bath, and you're supposed to go into the steam room. For a few minutes before you actually get into the seaweed bath. It's supposed to feel really good, so I'm excited.
The longer I'm in here, the more I feel this soaking into my body and my skin becoming much more soft. Just everywhere, and it's actually really nice. Usually this is not my sort of thing.
Hello, hello, hello. We have made it to the northwest to Crutch Island, Donegal.
We drove 2 hours north and now we're a unique adventure. We're going to rock climb up this right behind me, and then we're gonna zip line across this.
That's what we're gonna be climbing.
This is kind of not a joke. Look at this. You gotta climb all the way up.
It was so slippery too.
The activities today definitely put me out of my comfort zone a little bit, and that's okay. It was actually fun after everything was said and done.
There we go.
Oh my God!
Sorry, Mom.
That was crazy. We did it.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. Had to pull ourselves up at the end there. Bit of a workout. That was cool.
Completely nuts.
Get me up there. Ha.
Look. The mischievous one, huh?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Day number 5. We are hiking Mount Errigal, trying to make it to the top up over here. But we only have an hour and a half to do this before we go to Distillery. So can we make it to the top of this mountain? We will see. But we look like sherbet flavors right now, Susie and I, with our bright neon colors. So it's giving us an extra boost of energy. I think we can do it. A little out of breath. The sleeping crew right here.
This is one of the best beaches in all of Ireland. Silver Strand, Donegal, Malin Beg.
When I thought of Ireland, I honestly wasn't really expecting like the most beautiful beaches, but I don't know. These ones are up there with the prettiest beaches I've ever seen. Okay, so I'm on the hunt for a sweater, and there's these little signs over here. They say hand knit sweaters. This looks like someone's house, but apparently we can buy sweaters here. So let's see.
Back to our group, who decided to sleep in and seemingly forgot that they were supposed to be in a hurry.
It's like Jello.
Yes, Connor. Yes. Easy. We have no time left, so now we have to run. We're tired. We ran for a whole 30 seconds. Wow. The spine looks sick.
Oh, wow, dude.
Oh shit! I want to do that.
Made it to the peak. This is insane.
I think we have like 2 minutes to enjoy. This is so beautiful. Look at this. I'm like, look at this.
Views. Yeah, I was ready to say the real views over here. Don't look over here.
All right, guys. We are rushing back right now. Took us like 45 minutes to get to the summit. Maybe an hour, actually.
That's cool.
And we have to get down in like 20 minutes. Kelly was like, be safe, guys, but like run.
Oh, slipping on the rocks.
We're walking back at a speedy pace. Do I look like I could be a trail runner?
Yes.
Yeah. The sun is out, which is beautiful. I was not expecting that. I thought it was gonna be rainy all day, but it's lovely.
From the hike to the Croithli Distillery here, we're on a little whiskey tour. Unfortunately, I'm not drinking because I'm driving, but a little fun fact for you is that the distillers in Ireland, they put an E in spelling whiskey to differentiate themselves from Scottish or whiskey around the world that is missing an E. We have arrived at Lough Castle. This sunset is absolutely crazy right now. This is the second castle that we've been at, and we're actually going to be staying here tonight, which is pretty cool.
I really wish that I was a person who had the ability to say no to things, but until then, it is 2 in the morning and we are going to hike a mountain. We have a quick hike, but it's a very steep hike. We're gonna be racing the sunrise a little bit and hopefully it looks amazing. Okay, Harry just said something that was really cool.
Oh, the world is so big and so small at the same time. There's 7 billion people in the world, and we are the only 3 on the entire planet right now hiking up this mountain. Pretty special. 5:09 a.m. Epic success. Been blasted by the wind. Time to go home.
Meanwhile at Lough Castle, we stayed up watching Derry Girls the night before and needed our beauty sleep.
Loki, I also didn't know how much I love the combo of biking with a castle in the background.
But we took our time, enjoyed the sun, and helped Kochi get some of the coolest FPV shots of the trip so far. And Susie stopped to make some classic Irish sandwiches.
It's crisps, butter, and bread. Oh wow. It's our little picnic. That sound. Low-key is really good.
Yeah.
I know. It's cheese and onion crisps. It's really good, right?
This was all you?
All me, baby. Me and Gary.
After the castle, we're heading to Derry-London Derry, but we took a quick pit stop to Grianan of Aileach, and this is pretty cool. It is a super, super old fortress where they put livestock in here. Really cool. It looks like the Colosseum almost. A little Aussie. And then there's really cool views.
We are now in the last stage of our GoPro road trip with Tourism Ireland. We have made it to Derry-London Derry, and I am stood on the top of Bishop's Gate. This is the last walled city on the island of Ireland.
Currently, we're doing a walking tour. I'm really excited. We were watching the Derry Girls yesterday and it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. I wanted to keep watching. I think we watched like 3 episodes, so if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
This is the most photographed spot in all of Derry-London Derry, the famous mural from Derry Girls.
And it's been such an amazing show for this city. It's brought a lot of great energy and tourism. I think the mural's pretty cool as well.
This is kind of wild. There's cannons on the wall, and then right behind is the mayor's house. The town hall is the guild hall. It's cannons over here pointing literally at the guild hall. Looks kind of like a church, but it's not. If you were wondering why it's not called a town hall like I was, it's because of all this super fancy, beautiful stained glass decorating the entire building. They have a lot of festivals, feasts, stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
So we made it to O'Loughlin's where we're gonna learn how to pour our own pints of Guinness, which I'm really excited about this because I've really been enjoying the Guinness a lot since we've been here. But this bar is unbelievable. Sorry, excuse me. This pub is unbelievable. The pubs here better than anywhere else in the world because of the energy, decor, the vibes. They're all-time high, especially for the kind of people. I'm not supposed to say that, but they're kind of. The island of Ireland is extremely passionate about their Guinness, and I'm going to teach you how to pour the perfect pint here. Step number 1, you're going to pour up until the bottom of the heart. And then we're going to let it sit and rest for 1 minute and 19 seconds. Yep. For the third part, I'm going to start with pouring up top slowly, and then we're looking for a nice foam top. Once you finish the pour, it's going to be about 30 to 35 seconds before your beer completely settles. And then there's one last thing that you have to do. It's called splitting the G. And you're trying to end up with the perfect amount of beer that's right in the middle of that G there. Oh my god! Do you see it? That's not bad. We'll give it a little tail. We'll cheat it. Thank you guys for coming along on this crazy journey throughout all of Ireland. It has been absolutely insane. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It has been an incredible week. The people here are amazing, and seriously, it's time for a pint.